What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Baby Shack and I'm here to help you become profitable. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you are finding these videos helpful. So let's get right into it. We are in two trades on two Express accounts, or it's the same trade but on two different accounts. And this is a trade on the NASDAQ. I also have some options plays which I have to check on in a few minutes, but we're going to break this down and see how I kind of got this idea. I actually got in a lot lower and scaled in my position right here, and this is the last contract that is left. As you can see, I think on this account, nope, same thing. I scaled in right there too. So I think I'm going to move my stop loss on one of these accounts as well to this low. I want to see it hit that up there though. I want to give it a little bit more room to breathe. I'm thinking, but I'm gonna break this down for you guys in a second. I'll leave it right there. All right, so coming to the chart today, if we go straight from the 4-hour time frame, you can see we have a 4-hour break of structure right here, and then another 4-hour break of structure right here. Now we end up coming back down and breaking this 4-hour low, but we're also taking liquidity as we break that 4-hour low. Right here you can see boom, and we also took liquidity up here, which means we're in a range from this high to this low. You can see we also took liquidity to the left as well. And so now we can go down to a lower time frame and try to gauge what's happening. But before we do that, you can also see that we are tapping into a part of an unmitigated 4-hour imbalance. Now, if I go to the daily time frame, you can see that on the daily time frame, we are very bullish, extremely bullish. Let me go to this to check on my trade. That looks good. So we're extremely bullish on the daily time frame, and this is how it looks right now. We had this high that pushed down to make this low. Then we had a high, low, and a higher high right here. So with that, I was expecting that inside of this bullish candle, we were going to hold bullish price action once we come deep down into it. And you can see this is the candle right here. Once we come down into it, actually this I think is the candle somewhere in here. We came down into it, and you can see we're rejecting off of it and going higher. And if we go down to the lower time frame, we can also kind of get a better understanding of what's going on. This target is very close to hitting. I'm just gonna order fill it, and then this one is getting close. So coming to the 5-minute time frame, we had a lot of SMTs going on, but let me just mark out my 5-minute range. We had a 5-minute break of structure to the upside right here, and I honestly think this trade could continue to the upside quite far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend it to up there, and I'm just going to trail my stop loss for the day. We had this 5-minute break of structure to the upside. We also had a 30-minute imbalance that we were tapping into right here. So I expected some type of rejection coming back into it to push us down again. And I thought we were going to potentially break lower, but we didn't. 30-minute imbalance. We also had, this 4-hour break of structure is also a 30-minute break of structure, but you have to keep in mind that if you're using wicks like I do with breaks of structure, they don't always hold, and it's sometimes just a liquidity sweep. So with that being said, this seems like instead of it being a actual 4-hour breakup structure for us to go higher and then go back lower, it was used as a liquidity sweep to sweep all of these lows and then continue up. Now, going down to the 10-minute time frame, you can see that we ended up creating this 10-minute imbalance right here, which is where I wanted to see price reject out of before continuing to the upside if it wanted to continue up. And you can see we had a huge push down into that 10-minute imbalance. And me expecting that this move down is going to be a manipulation to then continue up. You want to see this respected. So we end up respecting this 10-minute imbalance. We end up breaking this 5-minute higher low, which leads me for my 5-minute to be bearish again. But then you can see we sweep and we break the 5-minute structure right here. And on the lower time frame, you can see we start to create a trend line going down, and this could have been another entry if someone wanted to get in right here. Now, where do you put your stop loss? Probably somewhere around here, and you're taking it as a breakout trade. And you can see it's running now for 1.8R, and at the highs it should be close to 2.36 at that high, and then a 2.43 at this high. So we also have this 4-hour candle right here showing us the 4-hour potential manipulation of the 4-hour candle. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of that concept, but once we start flipping right here, some people like to enter their trade something like this, stop loss under here below the consolidation, and then targeting liquidity to the other side of the market. Now, we also had a SMT internally inside of here, which gave me even more confidence. Oops. And I'll show you guys that in a second. I got to manage my position. We've now hit the full target. So I would not be surprised if it comes down and wicks this out. I kind of want to take, well, actually, we haven't hit the actual high yet. So I'm going to leave it there. Put a notification at the actual high now. And then continue to see it run. Typically, trades like this, you want to give it a lot more breathing room, but I'm trailing it pretty tight at the moment. Okay, let me pull up S&P, and you can see this is a trick I learned from somebody on Instagram. He does like internal SMTs, which it makes sense when I thought about it, so I started to use it. So you can see right here we have this candle / low, and then this is the higher low. Then we have this, which is the same in the same area, and then this is a lower low. So we ended up creating an internal SMT as well when we wicked down, which gave me even more like I said, confidence that this was in fact the right move to be in. So all of these confluences together, plus you can see price slowing down in here after tapping into this supply on the 5-minute. Right here, I had it marked out earlier. We tapped into this supply, so I expected a reaction out of here. And then we got a break of that supply, which you can see with a wick, and then we wick down, took out all of this liquidity right in here, and then we continue to the upside. So that was the play for today. Let's see how it looks on the 3 hour as well. 3 hour push down, up. Wow. Crazy looking. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yep. I mean, that's all for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.